Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine a creature that has walked the earth for over 50 million years, a living relic of the prehistoric age, a silent giant of the grasslands. Tonight, we are going to explore the story of the rhinoceros. We aren't just looking at numbers, we're looking at a global crisis involving ancient myths, habitat wars, and a race against time. What if I told you that one of the most powerful creatures to ever walk the earth is currently living on a countdown? Today, we are stepping back 50 million years to trace the footsteps of a legend. From the massive, hornless titans of ancient Asia to the shaggy, ice-shoveling giants of the Mammoth Steppe, the rhinoceros has survived global deep freezes, tectonic shifts, and the rise of empires. But now, in 2026, they are facing their greatest challenge yet. This is the quiet, sobering reality of why one of nature's most iconic giants is disappearing right before our eyes. Let's begin. Part 2, the evolutionary odyssey and historical tapestry. To honor the deep history of these sentinels, we must travel back to the Eocene, over 50 million years ago, when the rhinoceros lineage diverged from a common ancestor shared with horses and tapirs, beginning as small, hornless, fleet-footed browsers like hyraceas. This evolutionary journey saw the rise of the giant unicorns of the Oligocene, specifically the Parasaurolotherium, a hornless titan that stood nearly 16 feet at the shoulder and weighed as much as 5 modern elephants, making it the largest land mammal to ever exist. As the Earth's climate shifted toward the frigid Pleistocene, the iconic woolly rhino, Coelodonta, emerged, sporting a thick, shaggy coat and a massive, flattened horn designed to sweep aside snow in search of hardy steppe grasses, a creature so central to the human psyche that it was immortalized in the vibrant ochre paintings of the Chauvet Cave over 30,000 years ago. Throughout the Holocene, the 5 remaining species, the white, black, greater one-horned, Javan, and Sumatran, evolved highly specialized niches, from the wide, square lips of the white rhino, meant for grazing vast African grasslands, to the prehensile, hooked lips of the black and Sumatran rhinos, used for plucking choice leaves in dense thickets. Economically, the rhinoceros was transformed from a symbol of royal prestige and exotic wonder in the Renaissance, captured in the famous, if slightly inaccurate, woodcuts of Albrecht Dürer, to a commodity of colonial exploitation during the 19th century big game era, where populations once numbering in the hundreds of thousands were decimated to near extinction for sport and trophies. Building upon the odyssey of the rhinoceros, we delve into the intricate social fabric and the specialized biological warfare that defines their modern existence. Noting that while the white rhino is often characterized as the most gregarious, forming crashes of up to a dozen individuals where young calves benefit from the collective protection of several adult females, the black rhino remains a staunchly solitary sentinel of the scrub, fiercely territorial and possessing a volatile temperament that serves as a vital survival mechanism in the face of lions and hyenas. This defensive posture is bolstered by their pachyderm skin, which can be up to 2 inches thick, a biological armor plating that, despite its rugged appearance, is remarkably sensitive and prone to sunburn, necessitating the rhythmic ritual of mud wallowing that acts as both a cooling agent and a chemical-free sunblock. The evolution of their sensory perception is equally fascinating, possessing a visual range so limited they cannot distinguish a stationary human from a tree at 30 yards. They have compensated with a sense of smell so acute it allows them to identify individuals through scent posts or dung middens, effectively the social media of the savanna, and ears that rotate independently like satellite dishes to detect the faintest rustle of dry grass. In Southeast Asia, the Sumatran rhino represents a living bridge to the prehistoric past, retaining a coat of reddish hair and a vocal repertoire that includes whale-song chirps, a stark contrast to the greater one-horned rhino of India and Nepal, which is a master of the wetlands, capable of submerged grazing and possessing sharp, tusk-like incisors that it uses for slashing combat rather than goring with its horn. Part 3, the modern crisis and the rhino wars. The rhino wars of the 1970s and 80s catalyzed a shift in our understanding of these animals from mere targets to global conservation icons, highlighting a socio-economic struggle where the loss of a single Javan rhino, whose population has hovered precariously around 70 for decades, represents a collapse of genetic diversity that took millions of years to synthesize. The primary reason rhinoceros species are teetering on the edge of extinction today is a devastating combination of anthropogenic pressures, most notably the relentless surge of illegal poaching and systemic habitat destruction. At the heart of the crisis is the high demand for rhino horn in certain Asian markets, where it is erroneously prized for its supposed medicinal properties. Despite being composed of nothing more than keratin, the same protein found in your own hair and fingernails, these horns have become black market gold. This demand has transformed poaching into a highly lucrative industry controlled by international criminal syndicates. These groups use military-grade technology such as night vision goggles and silenced weapons to bypass overstretched park rangers. Historically, this decline can be traced back to the colonial era, where unregulated trophy hunting decimated populations. However, the modern crisis is fueled by a different kind of greed. The payout from a single horn can be life-changing for impoverished communities, creating a tragic cycle. The rarer the rhino becomes, the higher the price of the horn climbs. Part 4: Habitat, Climate, and the Race Against Time. Beyond the immediate violence of poaching, habitat loss acts as a slow-moving executioner. As human populations expand, vast tracts of ancestral rhino grasslands are converted into agricultural land, creating islands of habitat where populations become isolated. This isolation leads to genetic bottlenecks and inbreeding, weakening the species' resilience to disease. Climate change further complicates this by altering rainfall patterns and intensifying droughts. As we stand in 2026, the intersection of ancient biology and cutting-edge science is more apparent than ever. Organizations are fighting back through community-led conservation and high-tech protection units. With thermal imaging drones patrolling park borders and AI-driven monitoring systems tracking heart rates in real time. We are even seeing the use of IVF to save the northern white rhino and genetic sequencing to prevent the inbreeding of the tiny, isolated populations of the Javan and Sumatran species, marking a desperate effort to ensure that a lineage that survived the Ice Age does not vanish in the Age of Man. Part 5, the outro. The story of the rhino is a wake-up call for all of us. It is a mirror held up to our own humanity. It's a choice between a world where we let 50 million years of history vanish into the dust, or a world where we fight to keep the ancient heartbeat of the wild alive. It is a reminder that once a species is gone, there is no undo button, but even in the silence, there is hope. We are witnessing a race between the darkness of extinction and the light of dedication. Every bit of awareness counts, and every voice makes the silence of the savannah a little less lonely. As you drift off to sleep, remember that awareness is the first step toward change. If this journey through time moved you, hit that like button and subscribe to help us share the voices of the wild. Thank you for spending this time with me tonight and for caring about these silent giants. Rest well, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.